Good evening, footy fans, and welcome to the range at the Villages Charter Middle School. You're watching USL League 2 Soccer on Brave SC TV as the Brave SC Buffalo take on Florida Elite SA in a rematch of their season opener. I'm Drew Shaltry with you this evening. Thank you for sticking out the weather delay as lightning passed through the area earlier this evening, and we will have some soccer coming your way shortly. Tonight's game, as I mentioned, is a rematch of Brave SC's first contest of the season back on May 20th up in St. John's, where the Buffalo scored first, but Florida Elite found an equalizer before halftime to pull out a 1-1 draw. Since then, both teams have been in pretty excellent form. 2 more draws and a loss for Florida Elite. Brave SC, meanwhile, still undefeated and looking for a 7th consecutive win on the season. Since those first 2 matches of the year, the Buffalo offense has been downright dominant. They've outscored opponents 23-2. over the course of their current 6-game winning streak. That's to say nothing of the defense as well, which has come up with 3 clean sheets in a row dating back to the last home match here against Nona FC 2 weeks ago. Speaking of the defense, tonight's featured player, Enrique Galina, scored 2 goals while helping to preserve that clean sheet Wednesday night in Winter Park against Brookhouse FC, a 5-0 win. Enrique's first goal of the season came about 40 yards out. It was an absolute missile to the left post, and then he had a header on a corner just after the halftime break, and the Buffalo ran away with things from there. Enrique earned man of the match honors, of course, for that performance. Has been an excellent piece as a center back on the defensive line all season long. And just for a quick run through the Southeast Division table, it's a 3-team race at the top right now with Florida Elite still leading the way at 21 points. However, the Buffalo can overtake them with a win here tonight, and they're still holding advantage with a game in hand and the win already over Nona FC, which has been lockstep all season. Florida Elite has just 1 match remaining after this, a makeup with Inter Gainesville KF. So a result is crucial for them here tonight if they're going to stay in the running for the division lead and potentially the wild card spot shared between the Southeast Division and the South Florida Division. Just about 7 minutes away from kickoff here, I'm going to take a moment to thank our 2024 sponsors. Alcott Chiropractic and Wellness Center, chiropractic care like you have never experienced. The Villages Golf Cars, with 4 convenient locations that are open 7 days a week to serve you from fuel and service to rentals and sales. The Standard, the Village's only family-owned and operated specialty coffee shop. The Standard, something different. Viva Mexico Taqueria, authentic Mexican food, Zacatecas style. We are just a family who wants to share good food with our community. Prima Italian Steakhouse, a modern Italian steakhouse featuring hand-cut steaks, Italian classics, and fresh seafood, located on the Brownwood Paddock Square. Roberto's Flooring, if you're looking to remodel your space with top-notch craftsmanship, look no further than Roberto's Flooring. 16 years of expertise, Roberto's Flooring is your one-stop shop for all your remodeling needs. Visit them at 317 Colony Boulevard in Colony Plaza or at 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, and let them transform your vision into reality. And Upside Investment is Brave SC's 2024 presenting sponsor. Upside Investment is a financial consulting firm specializing in investment and portfolio management. The company's services include consulting on mergers and acquisitions, funding, strategic financial advice, and wealth management, now with an office in Orlando. Well, as I said, we're looking to kick this thing off at about 7:45 here tonight. We'll take a quick break and then turn things over to PA announcer Matt Knowles for the lineups. You're watching Brave SC versus Florida Elite SA here on Brave SC TV.
gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for coming out to this USL League Two battle for first place between your Brave SC and the visiting squad from Florida Elite. Your Brave SC comes in with a record of 6 wins, no losses, and 2 draws. Florida Elite comes in with 6 wins, 1 loss, and 3 draws. Referees for tonight's contest are as follows. In the center, Jackie American, Caleb Lewis, Camille Sikora, and Victor Burgos. And now to introduce the visiting squad from Florida Elite. Number 1, Luciano Natoli. Number 2, Alfie Maddox. Number 6, Lucio Barone. Number 8, Ryan Baker. Number 7, Angus Taylor. Number 9, Ethan Newsom. Number 10, Joey Mueller. Number 13, Hale Lombard. Number 15, Landon Surratt. Number 20, Tristan Adams. And number 21, Tasker Wheeler. That is the visiting squad for Florida Elite. And now it's time to get on your feet and make some noise in the land of the free and the home of your Brave SC Buffalo! Keeper number 1, oh, brick wall, Matthias Tiempo. Number 3, the Iceman, Niklas Vitor. Number 5, Enrique Galina. Number 7, Fabio Rodriguez. Number 8, Matthias Ferreira. Number 9, Oscar Rezano. Number 13, the Wizard, Leonardo Andrade. Number 14, Alvaro Carrera. Number 16, Yuki Nakamura. Number 20, Brino Correa. And number 21, Nico Diaz. The Village's Brave SC is led by the one, the only Henderson Da Silva. That is your Brave SC Buffalo. If you would now rise for the presenting of the colors. Now please remove your caps and face the flag for the playing of the national anthem.
We're just minutes away from kickoff here between Brave SC and Florida Elite from the Villages, Florida. It'll be coming your way shortly here on Brave SC TV. Once again, Drew Shaltry with you this evening for this Southeast Division matchup between the two leaders in the division. Florida Elite out in front with 21 points, Brave lurking with 20, and looking to overtake the Duval side for first place and secure a second consecutive Southeast Division title if they can hold on to that spot for the remainder of the season. Just a quick run through the lineup. Formation for Anderson De Silva's Buffalo. Of course, Matias Tiepo will be back in goal for Brave SC. The line in front of him will, from left to right, consist of Nicolas Vitor, Enrique Galina, Leo Andrade, and Breno Correa in the midfield. Holding mid will be Yuki Nakamura. On the left will be Mateus Ferreira, and on the right, Fabio Rodriguez. And up top, on the left wing, you'll have Alvaro Carrera. On the right wing, Nico Diaz. And up top, starting in the striker position, will be Oscar Rezano, who's tallied 3 goals after a slow start to the season, but got his first here in the last home game against Nona FC. That one ended up being the dagger in the 3-0 win for the Buffalo. Recorded another the following Wednesday night at Inter Gainesville. And now looking to see if he can get on the board once again. The Buffalo facing their rivals from Jacksonville. Buffalo in the home gold uniforms with the black lettering and black trim. Florida Elite coming out in the all blacks with the highlighter yellow numbering and no trim to be seen from the camera. It looks as though Brave SC will be attacking left to right on your screen. Florida Elite right to left. Jackie Americain, the head referee for tonight's matchup, had several games in the Southeast Division so far this year. His crew consisting of Caleb Lewis as the first assistant, Camille Soroka as the second assistant, and Victor Burgos, the fourth official over on the far sideline. Appears Florida Elite will have the opening possession of this one. Just waiting on the signal from Jackie, and there it is. And we are off. Florida Elite starting with a ball over the top up the left side. It's going to be headed away by Correa, and Buffalo will take over possession. Vitor back to Galina. Start things off here. Galina, as we talked about in the pregame show, man of the match in the Buffalo's last game of the season. It was Wednesday night at Brookhouse. Scored his first and second goals of the summer. Now Andrade going to go for a long ball right up in the middle here. And find Rezano out to the right side for Diaz. Back to Ferreira. Ferreira trying to pass that one back. Is going to turn it over. And now is going to be shielded from getting it back. It trickles out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for Florida Elite. Going to be tossed up the sideline. It's going to go over the head there of Lombard. Played down. Nakamura's pass deflected back. And now Florida Elite looking to get on the break. Andrade sliding in. Does not make the stop. This is Newsome getting towards the corner. Now Nakamura getting in there and breaking up the play. And they'll say that he managed to deflect it off of Newsome. And so a throw in for the Buffalo. Great play right there by Nakamura, recovering after his own turnover. And another turnover, though, by the Buffalo. We'll have to see if the pitch conditions have a big effect on the home side today. Here's a chance, a shot off the post and in. And just like that, the Buffalo concede the first goal of this game just 90 seconds into the contest. And so for the first time this year, the Buffalo trail in a match. And boy, that was not the start that we expected. Seen the Buffaloes start slow on offense. Haven't really seen them falter like that on defense this year. And now they're going to be playing the better part of 90 minutes from behind in this one. Florida Elite historically has been a team that has taken points away from Brave SC throughout the history of the rivalry. It goes all the way back to 2019 when Florida Elite first joined USL League 2. 2-1 victory over the defending conference champions at the time, the Villages SC. Think back to a year ago, first two matches played by the Buffalo on this pitch. Florida Elite took a draw and a win. Villages avenged those with a win up at Florida Elite later in the season, but boy, that is quite the start for the visiting team here. And that will certainly change the complexion of this match going forward. Another throw in for Florida Elite. Looks like they're going to try for a long throw in here with Surratt. This was a dangerous play for them in the first matchup between these two sides. They met back on May 20th. Here's the long throw. It's going to be cut off at the top of the short box. Long cross is arcing towards the sideline. Vitor slipping as he was trying to shield it out. Ball headed out of the box on the cross. Try to the outside. And a little give and go. Not able to connect on the overlap with Vitor right there. I believe that was Rodriguez trying to get the ball to him. Ball out wide now for Augustus Taylor. Baker up ahead, and this is going to be left back for Matias Tiepo. And so already early we're seeing the Buffalo struggling to kind of maintain possession, which has been their calling card all season long. Florida Elite, meanwhile, has done a good job through these first 4 minutes of holding on to it. We'll see if that lasts. Obviously, small sample size to this point, but it is a worrisome start. Obviously, going behind in the first 2 minutes for Anderson de Silva's side, but just the trend so far has been worrisome. Buffalo barely getting the ball over midfield in this game. Going back the other way. This is Newsom up the right side, and will trickle out of bounds, but stay with Florida Elite. And so we'll see if this will be another throw-in attempt. It will be for Surratt. So it's about maybe 25 yards from the touchline. He's going to have to give this thing a heave. Everyone back in the box for the Buffalo. Here's the throw. Popped up into the air by Ferreira. It's going to be settled by Barone. Back up the sideline, and we're going to get a foul over there on that side. Those Andrade defending. Hard to see who it is on the ground there, but player trying to make the turn around Andrade, and contact sent him to ground. So now a free kick from just outside the box. Set piece opportunity here for Florida Elite. Joey Mueller, by the way, the player who was fouled. Mueller, a huge goal against the Buffalo last year. Equalizer in the home opener to salvage a 1-1 draw for Florida Elite. Ball into the box. It's towards goal. Popped up into the air on the header, but a foul before that as Andrade was knocked down. And so now the Buffalo will get to send it the other way with a goal kick. Or rather a free kick from the goalie's box. Andrade bringing this one up himself. Faking the send, keeps it on the ground, plays forward, now receives back. Buffalo under a lot of pressure from Florida Elite through these first 6.5 minutes. There's a long ball up over the top, up that left wing. Running after it here is Fabio Rodriguez. Battling here with Surratt, trying to get a cross off. It's bounced down, manages to stay in bounds. And the counterattack's held up there by Vitor, but What a play by Sarad, just sticking a foot out in front of that one, and then it manages to just bounce up along the sideline there and stay in. So it's a turnover by the Buffalo. Went up the sideline, headed out of bounds by Newsom. Quick throw in by Vitor. Way back to Tiepo. Galina running out of space here. Lays it out to his left for Vitor, now receives back. And try a long ball up to the right wing. Diaz running after this one, will not get there before it's picked up by Natoli. Quick rollout and a send up the left wing for Florida Elite, headed back by Andrade. Settled by Newsom. And he will take it himself now, getting around Correa. Oh, it looked like he was going to get around Correa. Nice foot there by Breno, though. Popped it back. And Correa now under pressure, ends up losing it, but it is knocked out of bounds. And so a throw-in now coming for the Buffalo. It was Alfie Maddox coming all the way up. Again after that one. You see the press from Florida Elite here. Big switch of field. Nice ball right there. Rodriguez. And try to lob to the opposite wing. Be brought down, though, and we'll get a whistle against Correa here. Right. We'll push in the back. Be a free kick for Florida Elite. Free kick taken quickly. Florida Elite working it all the way over to the right sideline. Ground in the center. Andrade sliding in. Maybe managed to affect that enough. Gets it back. Dangerous here. Now Mateus Ferreira taken down and no whistle given. That ball goes back to Tiepo. Now Nakamura will give it back to the keeper. Nakamura with a lot of green space in front of him. Almost like Florida at least trying to tempt him into taking that room. And a nice tackle right there, but then a trip by Barone. Andrade taken down from behind, and conversation now Barone is going to have with Jackie American. I think Andrade wanted a card on that one, but not going to get it. Quickly off the restart here. Pereira will send back to Tiepo. Andrade. The left side, Ferreira trying to go over the top. Diaz running underneath it, not going to get there. Headed back the other way, and Florida Elite again starting a counterattack. This is where they are dangerous. This is Angus Taylor into the center. Newsom going to try a shot. It's a cross. It's going to be headed back the other way by Vitor. Andrade manages to pop it up. That'll get it to Nakamura, and at least for the moment, away from danger. Diaz on it here. Heavy first touch, unable to keep control. Makes its way back to the back line for Adams. He's going to play one into the center, and now working his way up the sideline. Here's Baker. Baker leaves it off here for Taylor. Taylor going to try to cross, ends up leaving it behind. Galina switching fields for Vitor. Running out of room on that sideline there. Pops it up the field. Not going to be able to get it, though, to Rosano. And again, the Buffalo turn it over to Florida Elite. So heavy possession for the visitors so far. The Buffalo seemingly have not had a moment of control in this game. Vitor manages to make the tackle right there. Gets it to Andrade. And just to work his way around a crashing defender. Breno Correa trying to chip a defender. Gets taken out. We got a whistle, and now we will see American, it looks like, is going to the pocket. And it is going to be, it appears, a yellow card.
Yellow card issued, number 2.
Yeah, it's going to go to Alfie Maddox.
Maddox for Florida.
We'll see what the Buffalo can do with the free kick from this particular spot. Maybe 30, 35 yards from the touchline. Obviously offset to the right here. Will be Alvaro Carrera coming in. So going to try to get something swinging. Diaz, Galina, and Rosano along the 18 there. Vitor lurking back at the corner. Ferreira appears to be kind of on a cleanup position off the line. Ball by Carrera, a little bit low, headed away. Kept for the Buffalo. Sliding effort there by Rodriguez. Carrera managing to snake his way around a defender there. Into the center for Diaz and not able to connect with Correa on the overlap. Plays it back though. Buffalo only starting a spell of possession here. Galina still up a good ways from that free kick try. That header going to be missed on the lob attempt over the top. Buffalo will retake their shape, and Natoli will pick up that ball. Rosano now just kind of shadowing him. Natoli line drive kick. It goes over two heads there. Galina going to chase this one down. Now taking some contact from behind. Manages to win possession away. Trying to keep it inbounds, and we're going to get a whistle from the head official, Jackie Americant. Now play quickly restarting for the Buffalo. They'll switch over to the right for Correa. We'll cut it back inside. Correa back to Nakamura. Ferreira to Andrade. Now to Galina. Ferreira. With Rodriguez. Rodriguez taking the space. Now up ahead. Gets it to Vitor. Had to wait on it for a second. Takes it into the box. See if he can get the left foot. Tries a shot just off. Looks like they're going to say it was deflected. And we'll get a corner kick here for the Buffalo. Alvaro Carrera on his way over. Take with the right foot from that side. In swinging corner. Galina, Rosano. Rosano at the near post. Ball is across the face of the goal. Headed out. Rodriguez going to try a shot. Just missed the right post.
Number 7,
Fabinho looking to equalize right there. Would have been a huge break for the Buffalo.
Stop it. I have 14:38.
And so now for the elite long ball up the right side. Galina jumping in to contest. No foul on the contact. Ball played back to Chiepo. That ball moving so slow on the wet surface here tonight. Chiepo.
58, 59.
Andrade. Send forward in traffic. One touch by Nakamura. Correa running after it. He's going to have to hold up on it, though. Now tries a cross. Not going to get through. Here comes Diaz screaming in, but is tapped away. Good defense by Florida Elite on the recovery right there. And the contact from Diaz is going to be a whistle and a foul. I believe that was Alfie Maddox. Slid in to make that nice play. Prevent what likely would have been a shot try from Diaz there. Ball kept down by Mueller. Played up the sideline. Florida Elite still trying to keep it. The Buffalo battling for possession here. They're eventually going to wrest it away. Carrera gets it to Ferreira. And back to Vitor to calm things down. Vitor to Carrera. All the way back to the back line for Andrade. Into the middle for Rosano. This pass locked away, and now Florida Elite once again taking over possession. Ball up the sideline, going to drift out of bounds. And so the Buffalo will get it back. Andrade. Correa. Carrera. It tapped away. Andrade coming in there nifty. play right there. No look pass back to Tiepo. Now Galina taking the green in front of him. Going to try a lob over the top. Diaz running free. Was he onside? They're going to say yes, but he's going to have it taken away right off his foot there by Tristan Adams. Beautiful defense by Florida Elite center back. The ball headed away by Andrade, and so it'll be a throw-in here for Lombard. And he instead will leave it for Maddox. Going to Lombard, and his pass easily intercepted there by Correa, but a pass by Diaz deflected back and turned back over to Florida Elite. Buffalo just struggling to maintain possession here tonight. They've been so good all season. The one-touch passes, quick decisions, and tonight it seems like the lanes just are not there for them. Florida Elite much more aggressive, crashing on the ball than last couple of teams the Buffalo have played. Look at Inner Gainesville and Brookhouse. A lot more space to make those plays. Here's a cross, headed away by Galina. Ferreira had his feet taken out for a second there, manages to stay up, but does turn it over. Into the center for Taylor. Went for Maddox. Correa cuts this one off before he can make it into the box. Diaz coming back, manages to play it to Correa. Over to Andrade. In some traffic here, trying to turn it back towards the middle of the field, and only gets a whistle for a step on his heel there. Florida Elite arguing that that free kick should have been taken from further back, and I think they're correct, but the referee just allowing play to go on here, trying not to hold things up too much. Galina into the center for Ferreira, trying to flick one to the outside, does not get it there. However, flying in is Vitor. Rodriguez back to Carrera. Little chip to Rosano, one-touch pass back to Rodriguez. In a battle now, manages to get that one away from Ferreira, but fancy footwork there not paying off, and eventually the Buffalo do turn it over to Florida Elite, who are quickly trying to get it back up the field. Galina taking a big push in the back right there. Stays on his feet, though, as Mueller goes to the ground. Ball through the middle. Ferreira out to the right side. Diaz one-on-one here. Working against Maddox. Tries a cross too high and long for Oscar Rosano. Adams. His line mate, Wheeler. The sideline, not kept in bounds, knocked out there off the leg of Lombard. Run by Vitor. Gets it back from Rosano. Like he was thinking about a cross there, not able to find an opening. Carrera will play it back for Andrade, who's bringing it across midfield for Ferreira. He'll lay it back. Buffalo just trying to work that formation forward. High ball out to the far side. Going to be intercepted, headed towards the sideline. Out of bounds just next to the Florida Elite bench. Quick throw in for Carrera. Back to Correa out wide now. Ferreira in swinging cross is cut off there by Natoli. Rosano was in the area, but that ball pulling away from him there at the end didn't leave him an opening.
We're going to take this opportunity to once again recognize our sponsors for the 2024 USL League 2 season.
Long kick out, over the head there of Galina. Vitor manages to play it back to Tiepo.
Florida Cancer Specialist.
It's down for Andrade.
Viva Mexico Taqueria.
Ferreira over to Galina.
Roberto's Flooring. And our presenting uniform sponsor, Upside Investment. We thank each and every one of these fine establishments for their patronage. And we hope that you
Vitor.
will also patronize them.
Back to Galina.
Your support during
With a lot of time here.
USL League 2 season.
Florida Elite now seemingly content to sit back, let the Buffalo hold that possession for the most part. Really dropping 7 back at this point. Expanding a little bit now. Andrade, Carrera. Back to Leo, and now over to Galena. A lot of teams have parked the bus against the Buffalo this season. Florida Elite's the first one that's been able to do it with the lead. Nicely settled there by Mateus Ferrer on the long switch by Carrera. Breno Correa, quick swing in, high header. Inflect off the football goalpost. Rosano unable to keep that one down. Almost 23 minutes gone now from this one. Florida Elite has led for most of them. Scored in the second minute of this ball game. Took the Buffalo by surprise. Found an open look and knocked one off the left post that skipped across the goal line and rolled up the right side of the net. And a foul here called on Enrique Galena, who it looked like was just wrestled to the ground by Ethan Newsom. Newsom, at the very least, had his hands on the hips of Galena as he went down. Kind of spun Galena around there. Newsom, I think, was trying to argue that should have been a card for the initial contact. He'll take the free kick here. Ball into the box, right into the gloves of Chiepo. Tristan Adams was in the area. Not going to get to that one, though. Chiepo holding up for a moment and then rolling this one out to Ferreira. A lot of space still as the Elite are retreating into their formation, but Buffalo going to hold it up and get their own shape back. By the way, missed call there. Officiating. If you heard the cry out from the crowd, there was an elbow delivered on that free kick by a Florida Elite player. It was Leo Andrade who ended up taking the elbow. Andrade talked to me before the game yesterday about Florida Elite likes to play some mind games. They'll come out, they'll talk a lot, try to get in your head. They also play very physical. Now we've got a conversation going on the far side. Wonder if the assistant official over there saw what happened. Maybe you're clarifying some numbers now. Jackie American is talking to Hale Lombard. These games, no stranger to drama and cards. Certainly, both sides have seen their fair share in these matchups. Last year, game ended with 10 men on the field for one team and 9 for the other. Then one of the most famous games in the Buffalo's history, they won with 9 men left on the pitch against Florida Elite a couple of years ago. A lot of intensity in this one. Certainly Florida Elite coming out and scoring early. I think unexpected by all sides, and certainly going to make for dramatic remaining 65 minutes here. Ball into the middle, going to be stopped by Rodriguez. Bring it back out the other way. Now the Buffalo getting on their own counterattack. Mateus Ferreira leaving it off for Vitor. Excuse me, that is actually Carrera. Trying to pass it into the middle, has it deflected away, but it ends up with Galena, who plays back to Chiepo. Andrade. Diaz. Flick on from Rosano to Diaz, unable to control it on the turn there. Back into the middle for Florida Elite. Mueller to the center, long pass up ahead, just trying to keep that one away from turnover in their own end, rather turn it over the opposite end. Now Galena trying to go over the top. Mateus Ferreira not going to be able to get to that one. Rosano battling to get to the header down, and foul now going to be called for a hand over the shoulder. Rosano trying to argue that he was taking a lot of body contact with the player backing into him rather than him coming over the top. American not quite buying that. He's going to play back. Lombard. And just to settle, plays back to Mueller. Little pumped up into the air on the pass to Newsom. Rodriguez comes away with it as Newsom takes a tumble. Here comes Carrera. Into the center for Rosano, who couldn't quite turn on it. Ends up behind him. Galena signaling right there. Tiepo going to get beat here. And it looks like we've got a yellow card coming out for Galena. And one shown as well to Tiepo. And we'll have a penalty kick coming up for Florida Elite. This is quite the turn of events. Tiepo right there holding his ground in front of the play. And Jackie American saying that he committed the foul there on Newsom as he was coming into the box. And the yellow card to Galena. Well, I've got no explanation for that one, but right now the Buffalo to be in real danger of surrendering their first loss of the season if things keep continuing to go this way. They've not generated a real threat at the other end. Meanwhile, staring down a penalty kick here. Ethan Newsom. Saved by Tiepo! What a play by the Buffalo keeper, reading it all the way, diving to his right, and stops that one. A massive play right there to keep the Buffalo down just one. We'll see if they can capitalize here after an incredible play by their keeper. When they were staring down a 2-goal deficit, and Tiepo comes up huge, one of the best shot stoppers in USL League 2. Rodriguez up ahead, manages to dribble in between a couple of defenders, step over, pass to the outside is going to be left a little bit short, but it does get to Correa. He quickly plays back to Rodriguez, and he will have to play back to Nakamura. And so the counterattack slows down for Brave SC, but they will take some shape here. Ferreira up ahead now for Alvaro Carrera. He will give back to Ferreira, and he will give once again to Carrera. Into the center now, Breno Correa. And out to the right side, making the run here is Diaz, and that was just a step in front of him. Good job by Natoli getting out on top of that one. If he's even a step late, Diaz, who's been one of the hottest scorers in USL League 2, very well could have equalized in that particular moment. Ball deflected away on the header, out of bounds, going back to Brave. Vitor quickly coming in to make the throw. He'll send on the line drive switch. Diaz playing it down. Correa trying to make the overlap, but Diaz not able to control in time. Does manage to get it back here to Rodriguez. Into the center for Ferreira. One-touch pass. Going to be deflected away. Diaz still trying to get in there. Keep this on for the Buffalo. He will. He's going to try a shot, but it's high. Trying to take it right there and get 4 defenders on their back foot. He was probably expecting that was going to be his best opening before they had a chance to close him down. Natoli, long ball out to the right side for Florida Elite. Body's going to the ground. No whistles. Ball through the middle for Rosano, but a heavy first touch right there. Couldn't corral it. Nakamura stepping in front of that pass. That's going to leave it down for Diaz. He's got Andrade running up the right side. Andrade in space here, all the way up from the center back position. Tries to cross, has it knocked away, but that will earn a corner for the Buffalo. Leo Andrade, seeing a lane just come streaking up that right side. Not very often you see him making that run. So it'll once again be Carrera taking the corners from both sides in this game tonight. There's the corner looping away, headed away, put down by Newsom. Nice stand though by Rodriguez. A turning shot sails away from the goal. Enrique Galena scored 2 in the Buffalo's last match, his first 2 of the season, looking to see if he could add a third. Would have been as impressive as any so far. Kick out, popped up. Nakamura bring it back. Rosano flicking the header towards Carrera. Under some pressure here. Manages to lay it back. Ferreira lobbing it in. Not going to get to Diaz. And instead will be coming back the other way. That pass, though, easily cut off by Correa. Nakamura up the middle looking for Rosano. Manages to get through one man, but it's going to be tapped back there by Wheeler. One pass up ahead, played down for Vitor by Galena. After that first 10 or so minutes, where Florida Elite really was controlling possession, the Buffalo have had the bulk of it here. Been some battle in the midfield, but Buffalo have been getting into their own game, taking their time, setting up the offense. Just haven't generated a lot of opportunities off of it yet. Now off to the left side, Carrera putting it in front for Mateus Ferreira. Ball's going to be knocked away. They'll say goal kick. Ferreira's down holding his leg. Ball looked like it was tapped away from behind. And not only do they not get the foul, they don't even get the corner. And so Florida Elite will boot this one away. Mateus Ferreira coming up empty on the run. Adams over to Wheeler. Back over to Adams. Line drive kick will just travel out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for Brave SC. Goes quickly to Andrade. Up the middle for Nico Diaz, who's shielded off that one. Took a little bit of a knock to the knee, it looked like. Mueller trying to work his way around Vitor, who's battling for position still, and now is going to be whistled for the foul. He's not happy about that one. He thinks Mueller went down a little bit too easy. Anderson de Silva trying to shout directions from the sideline out there.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look who's joined us down there in the stands. It's Buff.
It's a free kick now coming for Florida Elite. Back near midfield, but they're setting up along the 18. Try to make something out of this. It's Newsom on the free kick. High ball, long towards the back post. Tiepo comes out, punches it away. That's going to spark a counter if the Buffalo can get things going here. This is Carrera on it. He's got to wait for numbers. Drives it back towards the middle. Manages to get around a man. Gets it back towards the center and is going to hold up. Back to Nakamura, and the Buffalo now will reset in their formation. Vitor for Ferreira. Ferreira waiting patiently here. Now trying to step around a man and not going to be able to get there. A lot of contact, but no call.
Corner kick upcoming for.
It'll be a corner awarded, though. For Brave SC, is that one out the touchline? No, excuse me, a goal kick. So Ferreira, a couple of times, forays up into the deep Florida Elite territory and unable to make a cross. Twice losing the ball out of bounds. Boot away by Natoli. Up into the air by Mueller. Back the other way by Nakamura. Put back down again by Florida Elite. Ball out in front. Correa running after it. Has time. Plays it back to Chiepo. Chiepo lobbing it back out towards the sideline for Correa. Fakes in. Goes out. Plays it up the field. Rodriguez getting pulled to the ground. Manages to get it away to Diaz. And a late whistle coming in. Delayed call there on the play that dragged Rodriguez to the ground, I would have to imagine. Jackie American has the card out. And he's going to show that one.
Yellow card issued.
And that one is going to Lucio Barone. Andrade now to take the free kick. Toss it across to the left side for Ferreira. Ahead for Rezano, under a lot of pressure. Has not had a lot of space to work with tonight, Oscar Rezano. That wide now for Correa. Had it tapped away, and Florida Elite quickly getting on the counterattack here. This is Angus Taylor. Ended up ahead, and Andrade is there to clear it away. It took a lot of contact. Someone barreling into Andrade there. Sweet Maddox to make the throw in. Lobbed in. Header deflected back by Andrade, and that is actually going to get signaled as a throw in for Brave SC, which is a mistake, but Buffalo going to go quickly before there's too much argument, and Jackie American has a chance to change his mind. While going back the other way, Andrade getting in, shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Dangerous play right there, but no call. And now with the man slow to get back, the Buffalo have an extra number if they can hurry. The long pass headed away. I believe that's Lombard taking agonizing time to get back here. Carrera trying for a long switch out to the right side here. Alvaro cutting inside. Right-footed pass over to the opposite side for Diaz. Gets past him. Rosano, though, tracking it down. Going to try a cross. Gets past the far post, looping out away. Settled here by Correa. Back to Ferreira. Out to Correa again. Back to Nakamura. Forward for Ferreira. All 11 Florida Elite players now dropped into the third. Fabio Rodriguez. Let's play to the outside for Vitor. Vitor has space to try a cross here, but he's going to play back instead. Rodriguez to the near side. Correa. Looking for an opportunity still. Tries to lob one in here. It's going to be deflected away by Baker. And eventually cleared by Florida Elite. Andrade will track it down the sideline, going to let it run out. And we'll have a quick throw in, which he makes to Nakamura, who is immediately under pressure there from Lombard. But he does get it back to Chiepo. Forward now, Galina. Rodriguez. Nice stop right there. Get some separation from Newsom. Rosano. Surratt has just been stuck to this game. Now Vitor lob into the box, headed away by Adams. And that will make its way back out to Newsom. Nakamura hounding him. Played up the side. Galina jumping in to head this one over the Florida Elite bench, and that will stop any thought of a counterattack. 3 minutes, roughly, plus any stoppage time left in this first half. Buffalo have trailed for more than 40 minutes of this contest as they surrender a goal in just the 90th second. A dramatic start to this one. Seen a couple yellow cards go each way already. Goal scored by Florida Elite. Matias Tiepo with a penalty kick save. Buffalo have settled in and kind of taken control of most of the possession here over the last 30 minutes or so, but still have not created a lot of dangerous shot opportunities. We'll see what adjustments Anderson de Silva can come up with over the course of halftime. See if that changes the game. Here comes Correa. Maybe we don't have to wait until halftime. Carrera working his way up to the box, trying to get some space here. Working against Maddox. Gets to the touchline. Keeps it on the ground. Oh, and his cross goes all the way through the box in front of the open goal. Here's Vitor. Settles it down. Shot by Rodriguez. Just missed the post. With two dangerous plays right there, the Buffalo all of a sudden coming up with a couple of chances. That play by Carrera, managing to get to the touchline, shook Maddox and then played that cross. And boy, that was in front of an empty net for a good stretch there. Just no one able to close in, as it was basically right at the goal line. Here's Andrade now, flipping this one up into the air. Carrera jumping in, trying to keep possession alive for the Buffalo. Andrade heads back to Correa. Ferreira to Carrera, had it tapped away, but out of bounds by Maddox. Carrera, by the way, has flipped with Diaz over to the right side. We've seen Diaz play almost exclusively on the right wing to this point in the season. Ball lobbed into the box here. Rosano not going to be able to get ahead to it. Natoli comes underneath and catches that one. Rosano, I think, saying that he wanted that a little bit flatter. They get a chance to try it again. Natoli, big kick out of the box. Nakamura getting it back the other way. Diaz quickly trying to get the switch. Carrera running up that right side, not going to get to that one in time. It lets Diaz know that he appreciated the attempt. Florida League going to take their time making the throw in here as we wind towards 45 minutes. Long throw popped up into the air by Lombard. This is Newsom working against Andrade here. Andrade managing to get ahead of this one. Newsom taking him down from behind. That'll be a foul. Andrade down on the ground holding his face. Sounds like we're going to get 2 minutes of stoppage time. We'll see what the Buffalo are able to do here. Rodriguez. Back to Vitor. Get in the middle for Rodriguez. He'll step over now to his left. Ready to get away from Barone there. Andrade. Carrera. Ferreira. Andrade trying to big lob right there. Ends up a little bit short for Vitor. Florida Elite coming back the other way with it. Out into space. And going to be cleared away from Angus Taylor. Tiepo coming a long way out to make that play. And we've got a whistle now back behind the play. Not entirely sure that particular stoppage was. Oh, going to try a long shot here. It's going to sail through the uprights. No danger there for Natoli. Good. Make him back up and take a look at it. Rodriguez trying for the Hail Mary there to potentially end the first half. It stands. This one will probably be ending momentarily. Now we've got a yellow card to be shown to the Florida Elite bench. Third away. Clearance. Ball played ahead, intercepted by Nakamura. Buffalo maybe getting one last gasp here. And it will fizzle out as Rezano has the ball tackled away. A long clear. And now another foul. Taylor battling against Andrade there. The 2 went up for a header. Now quickly taken up ahead, and Tristan Adams going to manage to play it all the way back to Natoli, the keeper, and that will end the half. So in just the second minute, Florida Elite takes the lead, and they manage to hold it all the way here to the break. What adjustments will the Buffalo have in the second half? We'll have to see when we come back. We'll rejoin you on the other side of the halftime break. It's Florida Elite 1, Brave SC 0 on Brave SC TV. Well, through one half of play, Florida Elite leads Brave SC 1-0 here from the Villages, Florida. The Buffalo were looking to overtake Florida Elite for the top spot in the Southeast Division here tonight, but the visitors had a different plan. A goal in just the second minute of this match has the Duval side ahead, and the Buffalo will continue to play from behind as we resume play here coming back for the second half. Drew Schultry with you this evening here on Brave SC TV. And if there is a silver lining for the Buffalo fans here tonight, it is that this team has been much more dangerous scoring in the second half of matches all season long. In fact, over the 6-game win streak, I believe something like 20 of the 23 goals have been in the second half.
All right, it looks like we're getting ready to get to the second.
Certainly could use a few of those here tonight. The Buffalo looked much more dangerous towards the end of the first period of play than they did early on. Florida Elite, first 10-15 minutes was controlling a lot of the possession. Obviously, they scored that early goal, and then it seemed like they were content to kind of pull back a little bit more. The Buffalo got into formation, then towards the end of the half created some dangerous shots. We'll see if they can pick up where they left off here. Got a couple of opportunities early on in this half. Does not look as though we've got any substitutions for the Buffalo to start the second half. All 9 starters returning to the pitch. And no immediately evident subs for Florida Elite either. Jackie American checking with his assistant referees. Waiting for one coach on the Florida Elite side to put on an orange penny. And now we are ready to go. Buffalo will be attacking right to left on your screen in this half. Florida Elite left to right. And Buffalo hunting for an equalizer here to start out the second half of play. The 43.5 minutes they've spent trailing in this one are the first 43.5 minutes that they have trailed this season. They have scored first in every match up to this point in the year. Correa. There's one up ahead for Diaz. Diaz on the run here. Maddox trying to close in on him. Lay in for Rosano, who skies it over the bar. Had to reach back a little bit for it. Nice play there by Diaz. Just put it a touch behind Rosano, and it'll be a goal kick now. I'm just talking about Brave SC creating dangerous opportunities. That was a decent one right there to get things started. Buffalo faithful in attendance, I'm sure, hoping to see more in the coming minutes. Long ball up ahead, stopped by Galena, put out in front for Rodriguez. It's actually going to be Rosano who plays it down, out to the right side here again for Diaz. Diaz drops back for Ferreira. Ferreira over to Vitor, left side. Along the sideline there to Carrera. Going to play it back to the Iceman. Little chip pass up ahead to Carrera, closed out, and that ball kicked out of bounds. Throw-in opportunity here, going to be quickly taken by Vitor. Galena will switch. The Buffalo have pulled back to almost midfield. Here comes Ferreira shuffling up that right side. Diaz chips across, going to be headed away. Comes back to Ferreira. He's going to try a shot. Looks like it may have taken a deflection. It'll be a goal kick. Going to Florida Elite. Kick. Stopped by Nakamura. Finds Carrera, who's battling here. Can't win that one away from Barone. He plays it out in front for Newsom. Newsom on the run here, battling against Correa. Cross into the box. It's going to be covered up by Tiepo. Lombard was in the area, but Matias able to get on top of that one. Looking for a destination for this ball. Rolls it out to Andrade.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, having a issue with
Pereira.
the stadium clock. We'll get it fixed as soon as we can. We do have the proper time, but it's just not showing in the stadium. We'll get it
To Correa. That ball gets out of bounds. He was able to keep it in. Buffalo win back the throw in, though. Pereira. To the left side. Carrera now. Into the middle for Rodriguez. Back to Vitor. And he will play back for Ferreira. Manages to put it on the foot of Carrera, who in the middle of 4 black jerseys there. He has played away, but good job advancing the ball. And that'll set up a throw-in. Galina coming to take the long throw. This is inside of 18 yards. It looks to maybe be about 9 or 10. Going to get a drive from Matthew Klinker, one of the Brave SC youth coaches. Here's the lob from Galina. Will get out in front of the goal. Popped up into the air. Now loose on the ground in the box. Not cleared. Ferreira with a shot. Just missed that left post.
Shot number 8, Matthias Ferreira.
We're going to say that there was a deflection, and so it'll be a corner kick now for the Buffalo. Some confusion about which side it was going to be taken from, but will be the left. So Carrera trotting over there to take the kick for Brave SC. We'll see what sort of formation they come up with. Galina scored on a corner in the last game. We're going to clear out play with Andrade that opened him up. The ball is out away from the net. Galina was up for it. Gets a piece of it, but was not able to direct it anywhere. And it heads out the touchline. Ball up ahead, going to be settled by Mueller. Battling here against Vitor into the middle for Newsom. Ball played around Correa. He manages to stick a foot in there, though. Herrera back to Tiepo. Almost skied away. Rosano. Diaz managing to settle things for the Buffalo. Gets it back here in the middle, trying to make a turn there around Barron. Not going to be able to do so. Adams coming all the way up to play this one. Galina over to Vitor. Galina. Ferreira. Rezano. Back to Ferreira. Now he's going to try for the long switch. Carrera has to backtrack for this one. Heads it down back to Vitor, and Buffalo lose some progress there. And we've got a whistle. Offside is the call.
There was an offside position, came back onside to play the ball.
So high pass, popped up into the air, going to head out the sideline, and this, they'll say, will go back to Florida Elite. I think that Enrique Galina is right there, that Lombard actually won that header. And now that'll set up Surratt for the throw-in. A little bit distant for his throw into the box here. Keeps it low. Punched out, headed away. Rosano into the middle, streaking up the field for it was Rodriguez. Gets on it, he is held up, but manages to get it ahead now for Rosano, and he was offside. Rosano unhappy about that call. Run negated right there as he was crashing in towards the net. And so Tasker Wheeler will take the free kick for Florida Elite, who thus far have successfully managed to keep the Buffalo away from a hot start to the second half. Drive up the sideline, takes a little skip off the shin of Mueller and out of bounds, and now a player down for the Buffalo. I believe that's Niklas Vitor, who's down on the pitch. Not something you want to see if you're the Buffalo. Vitor will get back up, quickly take the throw in. Nice threaded ball to Nakamura there. He's going to try a long one up the right side. And Diaz just not able to quite reel it in. Diaz been on the ball a lot tonight. It's not created the kind of danger that we've become used to seeing from him over the last several weeks. And remember, his last time on this pitch, he scored twice and assisted once. Mind you, all of those came in the second half, so could still be coming for Nico Diaz. Here is Carrera on the feed from Vitor. Tries a cross. Going to be knocked away from Rezano. Tried by Nakamura off the ball. Rezano is in. Shot and saved by Natoli. Nakamura very nearly had his first of the season, and boy, what a moment it would have been for that. Boy, that deflection down, just devastating. And then Rezano getting the chance for the header, just not able to put enough force on it. Natoli able to get back to his feet and make the diving save on it. Carrera trying to get the Buffalo going again. Vitor into the middle for Rezano. Rezano turning back inside, gets it to Rodriguez. Finds Diaz. Diaz lays it out on the right. Correa going to try a shot just past that corner. And now suddenly the Buffalo looking extremely dangerous. A lot of fight left in this Brave SC team. You can rest assured they will not be satisfied with just one should they find it. Mueller lays it up ahead. Newsom for a run through the middle here. Going to have to hold up, turn back to the outside. Battling with him is Andrade, and he goes to the ground. Andrade playing excellent defense over there. Gets up holding his collarbone after the fall. Newsom upset after losing possession there. Pereira to Nakamura, and around the back will find its way to Vitor. Galina. Correa. That one out too far for Vitor, but lands back on the foot of Rodriguez. Back to Nakamura. Diaz. His way inside, drops it off to Rodriguez. Lays it out to the left for Carrera. Finds the Iceman. Plays back, a little space for Fabinho here. Going to take it, takes a shot. It's deflected, and it'll be a corner for the Buffalo. So Rodriguez creating an opportunity from outside the box right there. The Buffalo have found in recent weeks that getting that first opportunity from distance has been key. It's opened up a lot more for them in the back as well. So we'll have another corner coming here. Alvaro Carrera. Here it is, in swinging, back post, deflected away. Mateus Ferreira settles. Going to keep it himself, going to try a shot, takes a deflection, skips just outside. Oh, and it's in! Mateus Ferreira trying to make something happen, and he does, just playing it back in on net, and it just barely gets inside that post. Mateus Ferreira been quiet on the score sheet the past couple of games, comes up with a huge equalizer here in the 57th minute. Arguably the most important player on this Buffalo roster in the first several games of the season. Hadn't heard from him from a little bit in terms of goal involvements, but shows up in a huge moment there, and now the Buffalo will be looking for a winner. So off the restart, Florida Elite going to come out with some renewed energy here. And apologies to Mateus, who I'm sure is going to watch this later. It looked initially as though that ball had gone outside the goal. Managed to roll up the inside of the side netting there. And again, we are level here at 1. More than 30 minutes left to play in this game. That ball headed down, not going to get to Rizano. Back into the center, Mueller getting around Nakamura. Now 3v4 against the Buffalo back line. Andrade sliding in there to stop that one. And Rodriguez coming in to play some good defense. Gets taken down, draws a call. Immediately the Buffalo go to start again. Nakamura and Vitor, a little back and forth there. Now Rodriguez, long ball out for Nico Diaz on the right side. Diaz holding. Now he's going to try the cross. Rizano coming in with a header, just missed the left post. It was wide open and a beautiful feed from Diaz. Rizano can't believe he missed that one. The Buffalo very nearly in the span of 2 minutes taking the lead after trailing 1-0 for the entire first half. And then some. And it looks as though Florida Elite is going to make a change. Coming off the field is going to be Angus Taylor.
Exiting number 7, Angus Taylor.
See if we can get a number on his replacement. It looks to be Rentaro Miyakawa. Vitor taken down right there. No call for the contact, but I think for the handball. And now we've got a yellow card out being shown to Vitor.
Number 3, Nicholas Vitor for Brave SC.
Not sure if that was for simulation or what, but it's for delaying the restart there.
Substitution that came in for Florida Elite, number 4.
So Newsom will take the free kick here. So it'll be a right-footed kick. High kick deflected by Carrera. It's headed back down towards him. He's going to try to spark a counterattack here. This is out in front for Rizano. Rizano is going to get it over on the right side. Trying a long ball for Ferreira. Not going to... Actually, I think he might have been trying to turn something on goal. Ferreira wanted it. He was running with a ton of space out there. I think Rizano was just looking at Natoli out of the goal there. Again, trying the Hail Mary. Seen a couple of those attempted by the Buffalo this year, as our debutant very nearly scored on one not too long ago. I believe it was in that game against Nona. It was 2 weeks ago tonight. It was the high point of the season for the Buffalo. That one, the 5th straight win, and this ball just shot straight out of bounds by Natoli there. But, excuse me, the 4th straight win, that is the match against Nona, and just such a huge one when you're talking about the two teams that have traded division titles the last 2 years. Ferreira outside now for Carrera. Ferreira at the touchline, tries to cross it. Oh, it's stopped and kept in, but then lobbed away. I don't think right there that Surratt was ready for that pass coming back his way. So Galena coming up will make a throw into the box here, it appears. Takes a dry ball from Coach Klinker on the sideline. Galena with the run-up. Here's the toss. Going to be popped up into the air. Chasing after it is Rodriguez. He's going to settle. Keep it on the ground here. Goes back to Galina. Galina winding up. Curling ball into the box. Just out of the reach of Andrade. Not a bad look right there off the quick reset. Andrade and Galina, though, some pre-established chemistry, played college soccer together at the University of Pittsburgh, one of the top men's soccer programs in the country. Getting up for a header right there. Nakamura not going to get to this ball. And an opportunity. Mueller going to have to play it out wide now. Newsom with the cross, deflected. Oh, and a shot in on goal, but saved by Tiapo. Again, one of the best shot stoppers in USL League 2. Showing up at a big moment right there. That was a great sequence by Florida Elite. Oscar Rosano going to be waved off. Oscar getting a little bit tired of seeing that flag. Disagreed with the last couple. That one very close. That one just kept it on the sideline there by Newsom. Vitor taken down from behind. A lot of contact on that one. And now some extracurriculars. Galina a little bit fired up, and he needs to be careful here. Andrade also a little extra in this. Said there are always a little bit extra in these games between Brave SC and Florida Elite. Andrade not happy about the contact by Newsom right there from behind Vitor. American not ready for Carrera to resume play. Still over here talking to Ethan Newsom. No card at all in the entire exchange there, but Buffalo with possession again. Galina back to Tiapo. Tiapo long ball. Hit it down to Rodriguez. Now for Carrera. Vitor running on his left, Rosano on his right. Vitor's going to have space for a cross here. Chips one across, headed away, settled by Carrera, tries a shot, and it's in! Alvaro Carrera for the lead! Vitor started the play with the beautiful cross. The header away comes right back to Alvaro, and he buries it. The 2023 Southeast Division Player of the Year coming through, second game in a row with a goal. Actually make that third game in a row with a goal after he scored against Inner Gainesville a week and a half ago. And he comes up huge with a goal to take the lead against Florida Elite. More than 50 minutes the Buffalo trailed in this game, and they have flipped it on its head, leading 2-1. And you can see the fireworks coming from over near Buena Vista Boulevard. Long ball up ahead. Florida Elite looking for an immediate answer now. It's going to be cleared away. How about that, though, from Alvaro Carrera? The man who, since playing his way up from the second team to the first team, has done nothing but deliver big goals. Multiple game winners last season. Can he add another one to his resume here tonight? So 3 huge moments will be contenders for your Prima play after this game. The first 67 minutes. Got Matias Tiapo's penalty kick save in the first half. Mateus Ferreira's equalizing goal early in the second half, and then just moments ago, Alvaro Carrera's shot for the lead over Florida Elite, which currently has Brave at the moment. You could follow the live results leading the Southeast Division. That ball kept on the ground as it's played out. Mateus Ferreira on it. Ferreira, not a lot of room here. Manages to keep the ball. Now loses it. Florida Elite quickly coming back the other way with it, but the touch here goes a little bit long and will make it all the way out the touch line. And so the Buffalo will have a goal kick. Closing in on 68 minutes elapsed in this one. Cieppo looking to send this ball away. And he does. This one is high and long. Rosano does not get the head to it. Played all the way back to Florida Elite's back line. Galena flying in with a booming header. Rosano trying to head that down for Carrera. Will not find him. Again, back to Galena, this time off the chest. And he's battling, though, with Lombard. Now Florida Elite coming out with it. Newsom stopped right there. Good tackle there by the Buffalo. Will be a throw-in for Florida Elite, but at least for the moment, they stop the visiting side's attack. So it'll be Surratt to make the throw. And Florida Elite setting up as if this is going to come into the box. We saw the danger in the first matchup. He's got a good 30 yards, though, to clear. Get this thing to the touchline. High lob. It is into the box. Going to be easily headed away, but it comes right back to Surratt. Line drive try is going to make it all the way through and harmlessly out the far side. Buffalo will have a throw in, though it is deep in their own territory. Throw up the sideline. Carrera. Her back to Rodriguez out into open space. Almost taken away there by Florida Elite. They'll have possession as Surratt managed to play that one off of the Buffalo shin. I believe it was Carrera's. Little chip here. Trying to turn. Not going to be able to do so. Ryan Baker. And Cieppo will take this one back to the touchline. Pick it up himself. Got Barone right in his shadow there. And he'll slide this one out to Andrade, who will make a long switch for Carrera. Carrera nicely settled here. He's got an overlapping run with Rodriguez. Instead, he goes to the middle for Ferreira. Ferreira trying to feed Carrera through the middle. Just had it battled away by Surratt. Nice tackle right there. Florida Elite looking to get on the counter quickly with Mueller. His pass, though, intercepted by Nakamura. Went off the shin of American. He's going to hold up play. I don't think it had much of an effect on anything right there, but they're going to do a drop ball, it appears. Well, hold on now. Nakamura had the last touch off of American. Okay, there it is. Let's say it looked as though Florida Elite for a second was going to be given possession. Galena over to Andrade. Less than 20 minutes left in regulation of this game. Nakamura forward for Rodriguez. To the left side for Vitor. Back for Nakamura. Galena over to Andrade. His pass cut off right there by Mueller. Mueller down to Newsom. On the far side, this is Lombard. Lost out the bench, but tapped away there by a Buffalo boot. Looks like they're giving a foul, actually, on that play. Diaz standing in the area, waiting for clarification, took a little bit of a shove. Again, this game has become quite chippy. You can almost always expect between these two clubs. Looks as if this will be Newsom to take the free kick. Right foot curling towards the box. Deflected, saved by Cieppo. We've got a whistle beforehand. Tristan Adams getting a yellow card One of the rare times he has been up top today. Very rarely has he ventured forward from that center back position, and getting called for a lot of contact on that one. So Jeppo will take the free kick here as soon as Jackie American has finished making his notes. Buffalo going to continue to push here. That is their style. Not going to drop back with the lead. Huge blast from Jeppo. Into the air by Adams. Settled and played back the other way by Florida Elite, but out of bounds. I think that was Baker who ended up being the one to clear it away. Lombard going to make his way off the pitch. He will be replaced by Damani Mathlin. So the Florida Elite staff looking for some fresh legs. Trying to find an equalizer in this one. After they led for the majority of the contest. Rodriguez taps it back. Andrade. High pass. Vitor's going to let it go over his head for Carrera. Offsides called from the far side. Okay. Carrera was waiting on that pass for forever. So I guess it is possible then that he had been off and play had caught up to him. Long ball here. It's going to be away from Correa. On the foot now of Miyakawa. Play in, cleared away. Miyakawa losing that one. Rodriguez trying to get it out of there. Excuse me, Correa trying to get it out of there. And it is eventually Galena who makes the big swinging clear. Headed back on for Florida Elite. Barone. Now Maddox trying to keep the play alive here. Correa slides in and knock it out of bounds, but Florida Elite still on it here. Newsom had it poked away, but it ends up with Mueller. He's going to try to get across. Oh, Vitor let that through, not aware that he had a man right behind him. Manages to steer it away from him, but it's running away from Galena, and eventually a whistle bails out the Buffalo. Boy, what a sequence right there. Vitor, I think, thought he was making a good move, letting that one go through, and not aware that Damani Mathlin, the substitute, was right behind him. Then did a good job holding him off, but a miscommunication with Galena left that ball out in the open again. High ball here, down off the chest of Rezano. Not well controlled. He slides in, trying to keep the play alive here. Call on the contact. Surratt. Right up ahead. Vitor, a little push, to the back there of Mathlin. And he needs to be careful again. He is playing on that yellow. That's maybe not card-worthy contact, but still something I'm sure that American is stashing away in the memory bank. And he has to make those considerations. 76 minutes gone in this one. And a lot that can still happen with these final minutes, as we've seen in these matches time and time again between the Buffalo and the Elite. Newsom, out swinging ball, popped up into the air by Tristan Adams. Diaz whiffing on a clear. Adams managing to get it away here. Loose ball in the box. Newsom shot. Gloved by Chieppo. He will dive down on top of it now and cover it up from Mueller. The most action that Matias Chieppo has seen in a match in some time. This Buffalo defense has been outstanding in front of him for most of the season. And tonight he has definitely had to do his part. Give the Buffalo a chance at winning this one. They currently lead it 2-1. 13 minutes left to play, plus any stoppage time, which I have to assume we will see at least a bit of. And now a whistle coming through. And it's going to be a free kick for the Buffalo.
There's some fireworks being shut off out there behind the trees. That is not thunder.
Now hold on, confusion here. It looked like a signal. It would be a Buffalo free kick that was just to point to the spot. It will be a free kick for Florida Elite. So Newsom will have it here. Going to try another lob into the box, most certainly. Newsom. Line drive, rising a little bit, headed away. Again, Diaz whiffing on an attempted clear. Mueller with the ball, going to his left foot, going to get a cross off. It's high and tracking out of bounds. Will not stay in there for Mathlan.
79th minute right now. Scoreboard shows 74. We are in the 79th minute right now. Substitutions incoming for the Seas.
And now we'll see a couple of subs coming in for the Buffalo. Carrera going to make his way off. And I believe in his spot, we're going to get our first look of the season at Suleiman El Amrani. Suleiman, Canadian national, coming in. Arrived much earlier this season, but picked up a knock in training very shortly after arriving, and so it's been a good portion of his time here recovering. As our debutant also coming onto the pitch. Local player who's been exciting. Scored a goal in the Buffalo's last game. Now here's El Amrani working his way towards the touchline. Ferreira running an overlap with them, and it's going to be cleared away.
And all the way from the Tower for thanking Lord of the Rings, it's Suleiman El Amrani.
And so a throw in here for the Buffalo. Galina's going to come up to try to take the long throw, as is only a few feet from the touchline.
Buff is getting into it. Good job, Buff.
Here's the toss. It is going to make it to the post, headed away. Debutant leaving it off for Galina. He will play back to Nakamura. Nakamura now out for Debutant on the left side. Debutant turning back. There's a cross. Mateus Ferreira not going to get to that one. Played out by Florida Elite. Coming in, though, to win it back is Rodriguez. Debutant screened off the ball. Looked like there may have been a handball in there, but no call. Diaz on the right side. Drops it to Ferreira. Now back to Correa. A lot of pressure coming from Florida Elite here. You can see this press. It's going to go all the way back to Chiepo. He's got space here, but the Buffalo have been pushed all the way back to this point. Chiepo now long pass, running underneath it. Not going to get there. Here's Rezano. Andrade up to defend Mueller. Mateus Ferreira with a nice tackle. Oh, and then he's tackled nicely. Newsom here. Managing to get around Nakamura. Plays it out wide. Mateus Ferreira closing in on Miyakawa. And he's going to be whistled for the foul. Andrade going down. You have to hope this isn't serious, even if it is just cramps. Not a lot of depth at the center back position. Jackie American signaling to his watch that he is accounting for all of this. Andrade back up on his feet. Has played a full shift in most of the games this season. Again, not a lot of rotational depth at his position on the pitch. Two-man wall of Diaz and Correa. We're now more than 82 minutes into this one. Christian Adams Barone with the front. Line drive kick in, easily headed away by Mateus Ferreira. Diaz going to run out after it. Going to put some pressure on. This one has to play all the way back to Natoli. Diaz still on the hunt. Played around him. Buffalo continuing to pressure, though. Elamrani coming in to poke that one away. It will stay in bounds. Oh, and they'll say it was just out. An offside call, actually. And Nico getting on side there for that touch from Elamrani. So it'll be a free kick here for Florida Elite as we get closer to the final 5 minutes of this one. And it looks as though the Buffalo bench may have just received a yellow.
Yellow card issued to the Brave SC bench.
So that is now both benches warned in this game. It has been a flurry of yellow cards throughout this one. Not seen a red card in this game, which, as I've mentioned, those are not uncommon in this particular series. The free kick from Natoli. And it's going to be tapped out of bounds. Elamrani. The high lobbing throw in. Gonna be a shot blocked by Mateus Ferreira, just jumping in front of that one. Still with Florida Elite. Oh, and a great tackle there by Deputat. Rodriguez putting it out in front of Ferreira. He is running after it still. Ferreira was held right there, goes to the ground. There was definitely contact.
Yellow card issued to Florida Elite.
And so the yellow there going to Tasker Wheeler. I think Mateus Ferreira definitely sold the contact a little bit at the end, but there is no question that he was pulled back off of that ball.
Card issued number 15, Landon Surratt for Florida Elite.
And so now an interesting opportunity. Nico Diaz from this spot we saw in the home opener, although at the other end of the pitch, scored from almost an identical place. We'll see if this is a pass or if he tries for a shot on goal here. Buffalo could put this one away with a score. Place kick goal would be massive. Here's Nico. Oh, it's skied up. Just got all the way underneath it. No turn whatsoever for him. And all he can do is watch that one sail. It's not been the best night for Nico Diaz, although just such an outstanding run for him. The standard, I think, what we've come to expect from him has just become so high. But I think he would probably agree that this has been the more difficult evenings he's had in a Buffalo uniform. Was not able to play in the first matchup with Florida Elite. Was on the bus. We were hoping to get approval from the U.S. Soccer Federation, his clearance for the transfer, even up until the start of the match, and didn't end up coming through until the following day. But what a difference he has made since that. Ends up scoring the lone goal of the second match, which was against Brookhouse. Scored in most matches since then, obviously 2 in the match against Nona FC, as well as an assist, absolutely massive. Louis Bradbury going to come in now, as well as Joao Ribeiro, Mateus Ferreira, and Fabio Rodriguez exiting the contest.
Number 10,
Those fresh legs going to be so critical. Throw in headed away. Going to be another throw in from an even more dangerous place. Mathlin leaving it here for Surratt, as you would expect. See Joao Ribeiro up on the screen, played his entire high school soccer career on this pitch at what was then the Villages High School, now the Villages Charter Middle School. High school relocating several miles south to Middleton, Florida. Here comes the throw from Surratt. Headed away, nicely done. I believe that was Andrade. So another throw in though coming, so the danger not over just yet. Surratt, high toss, punched away. Boy, that was a scary one right there. Tiepo, I think, managed to knock that one down, but scary moment there. Could be another scary moment coming as Florida Elite will have a corner kick. Mathlin up on the goal line here. It's our debutante guarding that front post. Here's the in-swinging corner, headed down. A foul first, I think, as Nakamura goes down. So Nakamura and Tiepo both down. Tiepo, it appears, might be cramping.
Tiepo hit in the head.
Oh, looks like actually maybe took a knock on that one. It was after the play. He got on top of that ball, and then there was also the whistle, and then he took a knock and seems to be a little bit shaken up from it. And I think that Ethan O'Hearn here on the near side has some information for Jackie American about a card that needs delivering. And it is, in fact, going to be shown to Damani Mathlin, who was the one right next to Tiepo at the start of that corner kick sequence.
Number 12, Damani Mathlin,
and that will take us to the end of regulation.
Despite what the clock says, we are now in stoppage time!
So Tiepo back on his feet here, and he will take the free kick. Doing some acrobatics to back it up to Jackie American's preferred spot. And hard to see from over here what the signal for the amount of stoppage is. It's like we're going to have 5 minutes added on to this one. A big boot from Tiepo. Deflected header away. Nakamura running in to keep this one playing back the other direction. However, we'll run out of bounds into the Brave SC bench. And so the Buffalo, 5 minutes for them to hold on here. Almost 1 minute of that already elapsed. I'll flick back, Tristan Adams. Louis Bradbury battling from behind him. Tristan Adams losing it into the bench there. Breno Correa to make the throw in. Hold on now. Some more confusion here. American showing another yellow to the Buffalo bench. Never lacking for drama these games. Absolutely nothing ever normal about matches between these two teams. Correa will make the throw back to Andrade. And just split a couple of defenders, get it over to Vitor.
on July 3rd.
Tour plays up ahead for Debutant. He chests it down. Lamrani. Oh, and a flick on here. Oh, and a takedown. We've got a whistle. This is inside the box, and a penalty kick is going to be issued. Lamrani on the run right there, again making his first appearance for Brave SC, and he actually might need some attention here. He went down, and remember, this is his first match that he is playing because of an injury that he suffered in training shortly after he arrived in Summerfield. Claudio Pavanelli, staff physiologist, out there tending to him. I think we're also going to see Steve Zimmerman, trainer from the Villages High School, pressed into action here. And boy, as big as that play is, you hate it for Suleiman so much. Talking to Coach De Silva, it was a situation where he came in, picked up a little bit of an injury, but then tried to play through it because he was trying to play his way onto the team, had arrived late, so it felt like he was playing catch-up, and he pushed a little bit too much, aggravated something, and it cost him several games of this season, and now we might be in a situation where he may be seriously injured. Hey, pan away to get Suleiman off the screen. I think they might be better to reset his shoulder. So while we wait, Suleiman is attended to here. Can say it does appear that Nico Diaz will be taking the penalty kick. It's an excellent choice. First time that the Buffalo have had a penalty kick this season. The shot that Tiepo saved earlier was the first one that had been taken against them this year. Just to run you through what's happened in this game, if you missed the first 90 seconds, you missed a lot. Florida Elite scored in under 2 minutes. Buffalo played from behind pretty much the entire first half, much of the second, or the early stage of the second. Took them a little bit. Got an equalizer from Mateus Ferreira. The ball was cleared out of the box, and he just took a shot from out there and managed to tuck it inside the right post. And then not too many minutes later, Alvaro Carrera coming up big, as he tends to do. Managed to score another. Now, the other issue here is that the Buffalo are out of substitutions, I believe, other than the reserve goalkeeper, Andrew Mueller. Yes, except for Augustine Belgiorno, I believe, the only other player left on the bench. So, in theory, could bring him in and have him play at wing, or just bring in a fifth defender.
Penalty kick upcoming to be taken by number 21.
The moment for Anderson De Silva to have to get creative with the lineup. So Diaz to take the penalty kick here. We've already seen one saved in this match. Diaz shoots, scores! And that should do it, regardless of how many players remain on the pitch for the Buffalo. They now lead by 2 goals. As Nico Diaz, I think, is telling Florida Elite that they can head back to the bus. The Buffalo, 3 goals in this one. They have not scored fewer than 3 since the 2 1-1 draws to open the season. They keep that streak alive. And Diaz adds to his incredible run scoring this season.
Injured player for Brave was Suleiman Olamrani, number 31. Entering the contest, number 29, Gabriel Bakan.
So Florida Elite on the restart, now trailing by 2 after leading by 1 to start this game off. And we were curious. We had not seen Brave SC trail to this point in the season. I know and I'm sure several others were curious to see just exactly how they would perform with the pressure of playing from behind, and they've answered the question here tonight. The answer is admirably. Come back with 3 big goals in the second half. 2 in the run of play, 1 from a penalty kick. So Jeppo will come out to make the free kick after the foul by Newsom. High and long. Be headed forward by Surratt, put on the ground by Gabriel Bakan. A try here just towards the touchline, I think, just trying to expend as much time as possible there was Vitor. Stoppage has gone on for 8.5 minutes, though most of that was occupied by the injury to Suleiman Elamrani. We will play a few minutes longer. This game started 45 minutes late after a lightning delay. Happy to get it in. This would have been Florida Elite's last game of the season were it not for a rainout a couple weeks ago at Gainesville, the night that Brave SC played against Nona here. If you remember, that game started about an hour late. And there is the final whistle. The Buffalo, for the first time this year, come from behind, and they win it 3-1. Goals by Ferreira, Carrera, and Diaz, and they emerge victorious. That is now 7 in a row for the Brave SC Buffalo. They continue the streak, and they take over first place in the Southeast Division with the victory. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been excellent to be with you this evening for what was eventually an incredible match. Brave SC again getting the win 3-1 over Florida Elite and moving into first in the Southeast. For everyone here at Brave SC, I'm Drew Sheltry. Thank you for tuning into Brave SC TV, and we will see you next time. The Buffalo will be back home on Saturday to take on Brevard SC, and in between, we'll take a trip out to their rivals from Nona FC on Wednesday. That's all for us. Thank you, and have a good night.